What's up, Star Wars nerds, and welcome to another episode of Brett on Fett. On today's episode, I'm going to have an epic unboxing of what has probably been my most irrational run of Star Wars purchases, and it was all because of one word on the internet. I'll explain later. Let's get to it. Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 92 of Brett on Fett, and over the past couple of weeks I've made a ton of Star Wars related purchases online. It's probably the most irrational run of collecting I've done since getting into the hobby, and once I explain what all this is and why I've done it, you're probably going to either think I'm completely insane, or maybe just dumb, or maybe, just maybe, you'll think I'm pretty smart for doing it. And all of this you see here, all of it, was directly related to me reading one word from somebody online, just one word, and I'll explain what that is all about. Alright, so this all began with the Hasbro Pulse fan stream from March 20th. You remember that one, right?
And it is a big one.
That was quite a mouthful. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Can you put it like close to your hand? I want to see how big it is.
Because at the end of that fan stream, they announced another HasLab was coming, and it would once again be for the Vintage Collection, and they would announce what that project would be on May the 4th. Then a few days later, Hasbro employee Steve Evans, aka Mr. Stevie18 on Instagram, posted about the HasLab announcement with the caption, "A new chapter of storytelling begins this May." So that got many of us thinking about what is this HasLab going to be, and what did Steve mean by a new chapter of storytelling? Well, not long after that, Yakface chimed in by reposting Steve's post from earlier that day with the simple caption of one word, and that word was cheers. Now the phrase cheers can mean different things. Often it's used as a term of thanks, especially in the UK. But of course, people also say that phrase when they are toasting drinks while drinking alcoholic beverages. And then of course, there's the extremely popular sitcom from the 80s called Cheers, about a bar in Boston called Cheers. Now, if you're not familiar with Yakface, what rock did you just climb out of? He is the go-to person for all things Star Wars toys, especially Vintage Collection and Black Series information. And the guy has great connections. He's always seems to be in the know about what's going on in the Star Wars toy world. And oftentimes he knows about products that are coming out before the rest of us do. He almost never gets stuff wrong about things coming out, and he loves to drop his little clever hints for us. And so when he uses the caption cheers on a HasLab post, it most certainly means either we are getting a Cantina, or he is really hoping we're getting a Cantina and is just messing with us. But I truly believe it is the former and not the latter, and that on May the 4th, Hasbro will be announcing the next HasLab is going to be a full-blown to scale Cantina playset. Now, my first thought when I saw that post was, oh wow, how cool is a Cantina going to be? This is awesome. I love OT stuff. I'm glad we're going back to the OT with the HasLab. But my second thought was, oh crap, I never really bothered to collect any of the Cantina aliens except for what is already in the Vintage Collection. And there are a ton out there. Now we know that if Hasbro does a Cantina playset, they are going to include some all new figures with that set, but there's no way they're going to do all of the Cantina patrons with that set. They're probably not going to do more than 4 or 5. And so I believe that once Hasbro officially announces a Cantina HasLab, all of the collectors like me who don't have all those Cantina characters in figure form are going to be rushing out to track down and buy all of those figures. And with that refresh demand will certainly come much higher prices on the secondary market. Folks on eBay and resellers all across the internet will be jacking up the prices for those Cantina figures, knowing that so many people are going to want to get their hands on those Cantina patrons to go with their HasLab. And so I came to the conclusion that if there is going to be a Cantina HasLab, which I would most certainly purchase, and I want to fill that Cantina with all the aliens and characters I possibly can, then it was now or never that I'm going to set out and buy all of these figures right now before the HasLab gets officially announced. And so that's exactly what I did. I wrote down a list of all the Cantina Patron figures that Hasbro has made. I went through the ones I already have, which I think was about 4 or 5 from the vintage collection and a couple other lines. And I set out to find the best deals I could for all the figures I was missing, looking on Facebook live sales, but mostly eBay. And I did just that. Over the past couple of weeks, I managed to order every single figure. And all of those figures I ordered, except for, I believe, 6 figures, have arrived in the mail. And so that's what I want to do today. I want to unbox all of those figures I've gotten so far for you guys, and we'll take a quick look at each of them. So settle in and get comfortable because we have a ton of boxes to open. So let's get to it. All right, guys, before we start opening boxes, here are a couple of non-TVC Cantina Patron figures I already had, starting with BoShek from Power of the Jedi. Always thought this guy looked pretty cool. And I don't remember when I got this guy. I think maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. I picked him up from like a local shop. And then I've got him, Djas. I'm not sure if he's a bounty hunter, but he definitely looks like a bounty hunter. He probably is one. So I picked him up maybe a year or 2 ago. This is from the Saga collection. And he's just a really cool looking figure. All right, so let's get into the boxes. Here's the first one. I'll go ahead and open this up. All right, and the first one is Zutton. Now, of course, I already have Zutton in TVC, but I went ahead and got another one to open. This one's actually in really good shape. This might be in better shape than the original one I had, so I may keep this one on card and open my original Zutton. Gotta have Zutton, and he was easy to find on Amazon for less than retail price. All right, let's get the next box over here and get this sucker open. Alright, so this box had 2 figures, and the first of these is Danik Jericho. This is that really weird looking, mostly human dude, and look at that mug, yikes. He's a pretty scary looking dude. He's kind of like smoking something, and he's a pretty interesting figure. It looks like he comes with his little smoking thing. I guess that's a hookah. So let's open the next figure. Okay, this is a cool one. This is Feltipern Travagg Cantina Encounter. And yeah, he's a really cool looking guy. Look at the paint job on his face. Man, his face sculpt looks really awesome. I'm sure the articulation is not great. He's got some neat accessories there. Feltipern is number 6 in the original Trilogy collection. And just a really neat figure. Glad to have this one. And on to the next box. Alright, another really cool one. This is Pons Limbic from the Legacy Collection, aka Brainiac. At least that's what I always called him. And look at that face. That's a face only a mother could love. But yeah, really cool face sculpt once again from Hasbro on this one. This has got the droid factory parts there on the back. That's pretty cool. And that's a really neat looking droid. Yeah, great to have Pons. Alright, on to the next box. Oh, this one kind of looks like a Walmart box. Hope it's okay. Oh yeah, I was really excited about this one. This is Nebron Leeds and Kabe, and I was really excited about this one because of Nebron Leeds. He just looks so cool. I don't know what's going on with this guy, but he's very interesting. And so I've always wanted him. I don't know why I didn't bother picking him up until I was properly motivated with this Cantina thing, I guess. And Kabe's cool too, glad to have him, but I think Nebron is the star of this show. Alright, next package. Alright, a little 30th anniversary. This is Miyum Onith. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And this one comes with a part of the bar, and there's a coin, of course. Man, I love 30th anniversary. I had almost the entire 30th anniversary collection, including this guy, and sold most of it off when I got into TVC, and I kind of regret it. I only kept about maybe 20 of those figures, but glad to have him back. Alright, next box. And looky there, another 30th anniversary figure, and another one I had before and sold. This is Ellorrs Hellrot. He always reminded me of the Scream Ghost, and of course he comes with another piece of the bar as well. And he's really cool and creepy looking. And again, I just love the 30th anniversary and how they seem to just include a lot of stuff. And there's some little write-up on the back there. This is number 23 in the line. And yeah, just a cool figure. Glad to have him back. Alright, let's put him out of the way. On to the next one. Okay, this is odd. I don't know what the heck this is. Okay, this box is really strange. I don't know what this is. It doesn't seem like it's a figure, but let's get it open. Oh, okay. I should have known this. This is the Power of the Force. This is the 2-pack with Kabe and Muftak. And that was actually the shipper box, I guess, that it originally came in. So that's actually pretty cool, because I got this piece for a really good deal. I think I paid like 15 bucks for this. And the Muftak looks really good. It's a good sculpt. Obviously, the articulation is probably going to be terrible. Kabe probably doesn't look as good as the 30th anniversary one. I'll have to compare the two. But great to add Muftak to the collection. All right, next box. Okay, oops, this one does not count. This is obviously not a Cantina patron, but I found this one. It has the treadwheel droid. I've been wanting to get this. It's from the Sale of the Droids scene, and I just stumbled upon this when I was looking for the Cantina figures, so I went ahead and ordered them. Alright, let's continue on with the next box. Alright, here we go. It's Mayo. Mayo's pretty cool. He's got that one eye. He's like a Cyclops creature. He's holding the drink there. And wow, look at that mug on that picture. Again, another face only a mother could love. Here's the back. It's original Trilogy collection number 7. And yeah, pretty cool figure. He'll go well with some of those other guys, definitely. Alright, let's see what's next. This one should be one of 2 or 3 loose complete figures I got. And this one is obviously Greedo. Now this is Greedo from the Saga Vintage Collection, and I already have him on card. I just wanted another one loose. I think he was a repack from the original Trilogy Collection as well. Pretty good looking Greedo. A lot of people don't like that felt vest, but his head sculpt's good. Alright, let's grab another box. And alright, this is Bomb Vindem from the Vintage Collection. This is an awesome figure. Now, of course, I already have this one, but the one I have wasn't in great condition. It's in decent condition, so I thought I'd order another one and see if I got a better condition one. And I think this one is in better condition than the original I have, so I'll probably keep this one on card and open the other one I had. But great figure. They did a really good job on this guy. Alright, on to the next one. And man, I'm actually getting a little bit tired opening these. And all right, we got Sivrak from Power of the Force. Not a great figure. He's got that beefed up Power of the Force look, but his head sculpt's pretty good actually. Comes with that cool film cell. Those are always neat. We'll take a look at the back. There's the image from the film cell, and there's a look at the back of the card. But yeah, would love a new Sivrak because this one is just so outdated. All right, let's keep going with the next box. All right, another figure I used to own along with a huge collection of 2002 Saga figures I had that I gave up. This is Djas or DJ's Puhr. Look how thin his guns are. I never understood why his guns are so super thin. Not a great figure, but not terrible. Pretty cool looking. He's a bounty hunter, so he gets brownie points there. But he's a cool background character. Happy to have him back in my collection. All right, next box. Okay, this is Chewbacca, obviously, A New Hope. I just wanted to buy another one. I already have this guy, obviously, on card, and then I have the Return of the Jedi one loose. It came with the AT-ST, but I wanted another A New Hope Chewbacca specifically to go with the Cantina, because I have a feeling Hasbro is not going to remake Chewbacca anytime soon. All right, moving on to the next box. All right, here's another cool one I've thought about getting many times and just never did. This is Ketwol, and he is really cool. Look at the paint job on his eyes. Man, that looks fantastic. So pretty good sculpt, and he's really neat because he's got like these little robotic legs, but then he's got swappable legs there that look like more like regular legs. And I know there's a story behind that. I think it's from maybe a comic or maybe a novel. I don't remember, but there is a story behind his legs there. But very cool figure. All right, on to the next box, and this one's wrapped in some kind of bag. All right, another Power of the Jedi figure, and this is a Duros, and it is Ellorrs Madak, and of course, he's a Duros, just like Cad Bane. These guys are super cool. This guy's kind of like an astronaut Duros. I don't know. I always thought he was pretty cool. There's another Duros in the Cantina. Look, you can see him right there next to him. I'm not sure if it's his brother or what, but definitely we need to get him. All right, next box. And this was a weird one because the guy packed it in a Shore Troopers Army Builder box, which kind of threw me off. I thought maybe I ordered the wrong thing. Oh, cool. Check this out. This is the Black Series Ponda Baba, and it fits perfectly in that Army Builder pack. That is so weird. Yep, there he is, Ponda Baba. This is the exact same figure that was repacked in the Vintage Collection. Of course, I have them on card for TVC, but I wanted a loose one. So this is the way to go if you want a loose TVC figure if it's already been in the Black Series. All right, this next one is in a Big Bad Toy Store box, so I actually know what this is going to be. Let's get it open. Alright, here it is. You cannot have a Cantina without Figrin Dan and the modal nodes. This was still for sale on Big Bad Toy Store at retail price. I was a little bit surprised to still be able to find it. And this is just an awesome set. It didn't feel like I really needed it before, but now that I think a Cantina is coming, it's a must. Alright, getting close to the end, guys. I see 3 boxes left. Alright, here is the praying mantis looking alien Keedkak, and he is a reissue, I believe, from the Saga series, the 2002 Saga series. This, of course, is like the 2006 Saga collection. And there was one from the 2002 that I think came with pieces of the bar, but I think that was only released in Europe. Then they had an OTC repack that came with 3 figures, but this was the best deal I could find. All right, down to 2 more boxes. Let's get this bad boy open. All right, this is another really cool one. This is a 2-pack with Trento, Duwaba, and Dice Ibagon. This was by far the most expensive figure I was able to get. I think I paid about $63 before taxes and shipping. But this 2-pack can go all the way up to like $100 on eBay. Probably on average, you'll see them for about $80. But it's a really cool set. It has a really cool face sculpt for Trento and an all-around very good sculpt for Dice. Okay, last box, and I think I know what this is. Alright, so this is Lisa Surln from the 2009 Legacy Collection. She's another very expensive figure, so I was very fortunate to be able to find a loose complete one in great condition. And she's just a really interesting looking alien. Came with this Build-A-Droid part, but very happy to get a hold of her for a decent price. Mint on card, this figure can go from anywhere between $60 and $100 as well. Alright, so that's all the orders I received so far. What I'm still waiting on is an extra Dr. Evazan. Of course, I have him on card already, but I ordered a loose one from Tungori. So it's taking a while to get here from Hong Kong. Then there is Mosep Benid from the Black Series 3 3/4. I actually found him on Amazon, believe it or not, for not too bad of a price, but he just hasn't arrived yet. Then there's Herchek Calfast from the Legacy Collection. Another pretty expensive figure. I was able to get a decent deal on a Facebook Live sale. Still waiting for him to arrive. Then I also got Momon Nadon, aka Hammerhead, from the Saga collection. That is by far the best version we have of him. But I have a feeling we will get an all-new Hammerhead for the Vintage Collection, probably with this Cantina HasLab, if it happens. Then I also purchased Labria, the Deveronian, also from the Saga collection. Still waiting on him to arrive. And last but not least, the bartender himself, Wuher. I ordered him as well, and he just hasn't arrived yet. Now, he is from Power of the Force, and he comes with his very own droid detector unit. Pretty cool. Not the best figure in the world, but I am sure if Hasbro makes a Cantina HasLab, they will give us an all-new Wuher figure for TBC with that set. Alright, here's a last look at all of the stuff I have gathered so far for the Cantina patrons. I think I got about 21 different purchases here. And if you count the modal nodes as one pickup and all the 2-packs there are as one pickup each, then by my count, there are 27 different purchases you need to make in order to get all of the Hasbro Cantina patrons they have so far. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode of Brett on Fett. Let me know in the comments if you are buying into the Cantina HasLab hype, and if so, if you are going to make a run at all of the alien figures, or maybe you already have them. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you to my subscribers. Don't forget you can also follow me on Instagram and on X. Take care, and we'll see you next time.